What's up, guys? I'm Danny Raditz, Constant Carnivore, and I'm doing the takeover today for Yukon Glory. I am out of Scappoose, Oregon, and I'm going to be cooking some pork ribs today. I'm cooking in the smoke shack out of Scappoose, Oregon, out here in my backyard. This is my little area here. Good morning, good to see you guys. I'm going to be cooking on the Traeger Texas Elite 34. It's a great unit, so we're going to get this thing started up. Always make sure and open your lid when you're starting your smoker. And with Traeger, you just kick it on the smoke so that you can get it going. We've got a couple of racks of baby back here, and we coat those with yellow mustard. The yellow mustard holds the rub onto the ribs and make sure when that fat renders that the rub doesn't just run right off the ribs. And we are going to be using Caribbean rubs. We've got a little bit of all-purpose as well as some honey heat rubs that we're going to be putting on the pork today before we get it on the smoker. I'll be checking back in once I get these on the smoker. So yeah, we'll talk to you guys soon. And I'm out here in the smoke shack in Scappoose, Oregon. Yukon Glory was kind enough to send me a couple of really fun tools that I'll be going over today while I do some smoking in the smoke shack. So one of the cool tools that they just sent to me was a magnetic paper towel holder. This thing is great. It can clip on to anything metal. Really cool for smokers, and you can clip it onto pretty much anything for wherever you're going. It's going to be great for me for competitions, and I can also use it for butcher paper. So just whichever one I'm going to be using the most for the day. So for today, it's going to be paper towels because I'm wrapping my ribs in foil. So this I can just stick it right on the side of my Traeger here. And then I can pull these guys off as needed, which is kind of nice. Alright, so our ribs are on, and we've got those on at 275. We're going to keep those in the smoker for about 3 hours before we wrap, and we're going to wrap those up with tin foil when they hit the 3-hour mark. At that point, we're going to sauce them with barbecue sauce at the 3-hour mark, and we're going to flip them from bone side down to meat side down. As you can see right now, we've got them bone side down, and then once we hit them with the barbecue sauce and wrap them with foil, we're going to flip them to meat side down. It's going to go on for another 90 minutes. The pork ribs have been on for I put them on at 9:45 this morning, and it's 11:15 now. And I'm getting ready to put on my eggs so that we can pick up some nice smoky flavor and get the eggs cooked. So my folks raise chickens. They lay a little bit smaller size eggs, so these eggs will cook a little bit faster. If you're getting a large size egg, they can take a little bit longer. And thank you guys very much for joining on. And hi Matt and Chatty and Geo. Hey Noah. And so when you put these eggs on, you pretty much just keep them in the shell, and you want to make sure and set them away from your hot spots on your smoker. So if you've identified any hot spots, you want to make sure that they aren't on your hot spots. So I'm going to drop these on the smoker, then I'll flip you guys around so you can take a look and see how I did that. So I just put them right here on the grate. If you have an upper shelf, which some smokers do, they can be a little bit more out of the way if you stick them on the upper shelf. My upper shelf is just on order. I just got this smoker last week, so I just dropped them on the shelf right there. And those guys, since they are a smaller egg, they are going to be on the smoker for about 50 minutes. And if you're using a larger egg, and I'm smoking at 275 today, so if I'm doing something at 225, a smaller egg will be on there about an hour, and a larger egg will be on there about an hour and 15 minutes. Since I'm going at 275 today, the smaller egg will be on there for about 50 minutes, and a larger egg at 275 would be on there for about an hour. So our eggs have been on for 50 minutes, and we're about to take them off. We have got an ice bath right here that we're going to take them off and drop them into. Hey, how's it going from Sweden? Thanks for joining. So I wanted to give you guys a chance to see what the eggs look like when they're on the smoker. So you can see that the shells have picked up a nice brown color. So the eggs are going to be hot. You want to make sure and wear hand protection when you're taking them off of the smoker. So and you just drop them gently into the water bath. A from Iran. So this is what you're looking at. We had 50 minutes on the smoker at 275, and these are going to be nice and firm inside once we unwrap them. I'm using dragon knuckle gloves. These things are great. You can handle lit charcoal. I can show you guys the ribs. Ribs are looking pretty good. You could probably hit them with a little apple juice. Alright, so ribs are looking pretty good already. So we've got our pads of butter, apple juice, barbecue sauce, ribs, and then we're taking the ribs and we are putting those face down on our pile and then wrapping them up. And you want to wrap them so that your juices don't escape. So wrap them tight, but don't wrap them too tight so that the bones stick through. You want it to look about like this when you're done. And I like to keep the seal on the back side of the bones. And then once again, like I said earlier, we're putting them back on the smoker with the meat side down. So we've been cooking them for the first 3 hours with the bone side down, and now they're going back on with the meat side down for the next 90 minutes so that they can get nice and tender and pick up flavor from the apple juice and butter and barbecue sauce. So I'm putting these back on the smoker. And we are also adding our veggies at this time. So in my veggie dish here, I've got it in just a 12-inch Lodge cast iron pan. Hi Karen. And I just took all the veggies that I had left over from the week of cooking. I had some portobello mushrooms, I had some serrano peppers, some red bell peppers, some shallot and some yellow onion and some zucchini, and just chopped those up and washed them all first, chopped them up, and tossed them all in here with some avocado oil and some salt and pepper. And so they're looking like this now, and we're smoking the ribs at 275, so I'm just tossing this on the smoker as well. You want to toss the veggies at about the 45-minute mark so that they don't stick to the bottom of the pan and can get a nice amount of tenderness all throughout the veggies. So let's take a look and see how things are looking. So, and I shared some still photos and a little video of what I was doing with the deviled eggs in the story as well, and they taste really, really good. Put a little bacon and chopped dill on top of those, and it turned out really delicious. So I'm just gonna give these ribs a couple more minutes to get kind of tacky with that barbecue sauce, and been a lot of fun doing the 2 account thing. So hope you guys had fun as well. Let's I'll give you guys one more look since a couple more people joined on. So we've got some bright red pork ribs, and we've got some smoked veggies. Alright guys, well, I'm going to get these ribs pulled off, so I'm going to need my hand and everything, but appreciate you guys coming on to check it out.